Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from High Branch Brewing Company. So this beer, the label just says Murphy Road Milk Stout, but that's the base for the series. This one specifically is coffee, maple, and vanilla. Like I said, it's 6.2% ABV milk stout. They have different variations of it. They did just a vanilla one. I'm trying to think of the other ones, but yeah, this one's coffee, maple, and vanilla. So I'm gonna crack this open, see what we got. These guys always fill these like they're a growler. Like the beer, literally, when you open it, is sitting on top of the can. It's so full. Still has nice carbonation, and not that this is old, but it's not like only a couple weeks. I think it's like 2 months at this point. So, as you can see, this port's a pretty dark brown and black with about a one-finger beige to brown head that's sticking around a little bit. It's not dissipating right away. So the aroma is pretty big coffee and maple. I wouldn't necessarily say that I get a lot of vanilla, but that's fine. I don't particularly like vanilla in beer anyways. I prefer coffee and maple over vanilla anyway. I would say the maple is probably even stronger than the coffee aroma, but it really does kind of smell like breakfast, like strong black coffee and maple syrup. So I'm actually kind of glad that I let this sit for a little bit before I rated it or reviewed it. I'm sorry. I know I wouldn't want it to get any older than this, but when it was fresh, it was really good. But the maple was so strong, like to the point where to me it almost tastes a little artificial. Here, I think it's a flavor in the beer, but it's not the completely dominating flavor. So I think it's better now that the maple's faded a little bit. So if you have this and you really like the gigantic maple flavor, drink it now. But yeah, it's I mean, I would say maple is still probably the strongest flavor, but it's not like the completely dominating flavor. Maple and coffee mainly. There's a little bit of like a dark malt roast that's different from the coffee, and then there's a little bit of dark chocolate in there too. The other thing that I really like about this, and then the base for their Imperial Stout is, I mean, he calls it Imperial Stout. It's only like 8%, but the base for that is they're not overly sweet. They're actually somewhat of like a drier stout, which I appreciate. So you do get some dark chocolate notes in this, but it's not overly sweet. I think the maple syrup really actually makes it taste sweeter than it is, because if you had just this beer with like coffee, it's definitely not as sweet as this is. But this is by no means very sweet. And the body itself, I would say, it's not huge, but again, this is only a 6% beer, so it's pretty appropriate for the ABV and the style, I would say. Yeah, I mean, it honestly, there's not much else to say, and that's not in a bad way. It's not a super complex beer. It just nails the flavors that it's supposed to. Maple, coffee, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of even chocolate. I mean, there's not chocolate added, but stouts of chocolate, whatever the roast. And that's pretty much it. So if you want like an easy drinking like maple coffee stout that isn't a huge imperial stout, that isn't overly sweet, this is what you should go for. It's really tasty. And honestly, like to me, this would make a great breakfast beer. Even maybe put a splash of bourbon in it too. I think it'd be awesome. Yeah. So on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I think this was $16 for 4 packs, so $4 a can. I'd buy this all day. Um, it's just a great, easy drinking coffee stout with some other flavorings to it. But it's not fake or overly sweet. That's why I like it so much. It's easy to drink. So, yeah, this is buy for sure. Yeah, that's all I got on this guy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.